once we move away from that center point of passive behavior, all of a sudden we have to start spending energy. And this is a very important component of whether or not we treat people with respect, by the way. The farther away I get from that center point, my brain actually has to start spending its fuel, which is glucose. The body eats food, converts it to glucose, and my brain is driven by glucose. In fact, our brains, which weigh only on average about 4 to 4.5 pounds, are responsible for consuming about 20% of our total caloric requirements on any given day. So what tendency do you think the brain likes to fall back on whenever it can? Being lazy. The less I have to generate new thinking, the more I can just kind of execute existing patterns that I have programmed between my synaptic pathways, the happier my brain is, because it can save glucose for other things, like watching the Oscars or something like that, right? So when I meet somebody who's different than me, let's just say that in the case of Jim, stand up for a second here. This is Jim Knight with the Hard Rock Cafe. You can't miss him because he looks like he stuck his finger into the outlet over there. I might meet Jim. Jim, thank you very much. Sharing the love, buddy. If I see Jim for the first time, I may look at him and I may see that hair in my little robot in the background. Warning, warning, stay away. You don't know what you're getting into, right? What would be the behavior associated with that? Well, avoiding. I would potentially avoid him. Does it take energy to avoid people? Yes. You get to the parking lot the same time they do, and you see each other. So what do? Well, you kind of slink down, you turn the volume up on the radio, you listen to that song or the NPR story. Does avoiding people sometimes take cunning and intelligence? You got to kind of plot your day around where you think they're going to be. You get to the same staff meeting at the same time. Then you have to figure out, how do I position myself so I don't have to make eye contact with that person, right? So avoiding people actually takes energy. The brain has to think and execute tasks to do it successfully.